Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Theme Park Videos Top 10. Today's Top 10 is from Thorpe Park. Went there for the first time a few weeks ago. Very busy place. Loved the park. Strange park in some ways to me, but I think that's maybe because it's just the first time I visited it. Very much a park for teenagers and upwards, not really a kiddies park, although there are some kiddies areas on there, some kiddies rides. It mainly is for your thrill seekers. So, first in my top 10, coming in at number 10, now this might be controversial to some, but I didn't rate it as high as probably what others would, and that's Darren Brown's Ghost Train. The queuing was ridiculous, you know, and fast passes, oh, don't get me started on them. But the actual ride itself, you go in and you see a little preview video where Darren Brown talks to you and gets you in the mood for it. Very similar to American theme parks in that respect. Then you go into the train, and obviously there's things happen in the train, and then you have a walk-through area, and then another train. Not going to kill off, you know, what you see in that, but it's not for kids. You know, don't take children on there. Under the age of 13, it says, and you know, really have to keep children away from it. There's a few, you know, this is off the Thorpe Park page. From the queue line entrance there, and that's inside the building, and that's inside the ride as well, that side. Does it tell you anything else? No, not on here. That's a shame. So it says, take your one-way ticket on a horrifying journey into the chilling depths of the unknown with intense live action and thrilling physical effects. The grasp of the demon awaits. Are you brave enough to come face to face with the demon as it rises from the darkness? Not suitable for people under the age of 13, those who suffer from motion sickness, dizziness, psychological or neurological disorders. If you don't like scary stuff, then do not go on it. So, that's number 10. I didn't particularly rate it that high. Now, many of you are going to laugh at this. Quantum. Basically a magic carpet ride, that's what it is. And we were in the queue for this. This is my number 9. We were in the queue for this, and I'm not joking. I looked at it off ride, took a video, I thought, oh, that's tame. Got on ride, and oh my god, they must have ramped the force on it, because the way it flung round, and you know, for a flat ride, it really did have some poke to it, which is why it's got into my number 9. I mean, many of you might think, oh, that's a lot of rubbish, you know. But yeah, no, back we go. Yeah, really loved it. I thought it was a bang-on ride. Nothing on there. Yeah, so, yeah, just a standard magic carpet ride that goes up, and, you know, and absolutely great. Kids can go on it, adults can go on it, and it scared the life out of the adults on the ride. The kids were laughing, the adults were scared stiff. But fantastic, you know, real surprise. You know, don't count out some of the rides until you've been on them. Number 8, Rush. Now this is basically a giant swing, but my god, it has got some serious poke to it. So it says, swing high into the air to 75 foot at speeds up to 50 mile an hour and experience the feeling of up to 4 Gs as you swoop back towards the ground on our air-powered speed swing. And for a thrill ride, for a flat ride rather, absolutely amazing. I can't recommend going on it enough. You know, make sure you hold on tight because it feels like you're coming out your seat. But yeah, absolutely, the bee's knees. Doesn't really show you much. No? The pictures on these rides, you know, from the side aren't that great at all. Does it? No, it doesn't show you. So yeah, there's the ride. Rush, absolutely awesome. You know, it would be in anybody's top 10 of theme park rides at Thorpe Park. Next is Tidal Wave. This is, as you can see, it looks for, you know, so many rows, 5 or 6 rows of 4. You get loaded into the station. You go up the lift hill, you come round, and it's just one drop. But that one drop, the theming's nothing. There's no theming on it. You know, there's a bridge. What you can get soaked if you stand there. You know, you want to get soaked. It's 85 foot high, and it gives you a good soaking. What can I say? You know, the best water ride on the park, and one you've got to try if you're big enough to go on it. And I don't think it comes up with any photos below. I mean, you've got a little video here, and there you go. Amazing, you know, brilliant for what it is. Now, at number 6 on the list, Colossus. Apparently the first 10 inversion roller coaster. Here it says experience 10 exhilarating inversions, including a vertical loop, cobra roll, double corkscrew, and the UK's only quadruple barrel roll. When we went to Thorpe Park the other week, they were only half loading the train because something to do with the heat was making the train go too fast. So they had to slow it down, they had to put less people on the train. And my God, it looks an old ride. You know, it looks a bit like Corkscrew did at Alton Towers. But, you know, it's still, and it might be an oldie, but it's definitely a goodie. You know, and especially that day, the force on it was amazing. Doesn't really show you anything, can't see any value, you know, the sight's not that great for that. But yeah, fantastic. The amount of turns and inversions, brilliant. Again, you've got to have a child that's big enough to go on there. I think it's a 1.4. The website doesn't say anything, which is sad because it should do really. But yeah, number 6 on my list. A fantastic ride. Number 5 on the list. Now, here's what Black Hole at Alton Towers could have been rethemed into, or something similar at least. This is an indoor dark roller coaster with elements, scary elements, both before and after the ride. I'm not going to go into any details. It's a great little roller coaster for what it is. There's a stop halfway through and a bit of a scare element there. But yeah, absolutely can't say enough about it. It might be an old ride, but the scare factor involved made it, you know, absolutely bang on. And I think really 5 is low in anybody's top 10. It should be higher. You know, they did a good retheme of it for this year. I mean, what they're saying here is Thorpe Park Resort is overrun by walkers and there is one goal: to survive. Making it to the sanctuary of the safe zone is vital for salvation. Located at the centre of the island, navigate your way to the safety of the indoor bunker, but be warned. All signs point to an imminent invasion of walkers, so keep your head down and move quickly for your best chance of staying alive. We will see you at the safe zone. For the first time ever experience Walking the Dead, the ride. Those who ride survive. Not a ride for under 13s, again, not a ride for people who, you know, don't do scary stuff. So be warned. But a cracking ride. Nemesis Inferno. Obviously, I've been on Nemesis at Alton Towers, which to me is much more superior to this. However, it is the same ride without the quality theming at the other location. It's got a good theming, but just not the same, the alien theming, you know. And it's very worthy of a top 4. And I don't know why it's not showing anything below, but yeah, Spin, dive and swoop over 750 metres of twisting track at up to speeds of 50 miles an hour to escape the heat of a steaming volcano. So slightly different theme to this than the alien theme of the other one. And to me, you know, the ride itself is smooth. I had an issue with the throughput because to me they just wasn't loading the trains fast enough. And I know Nemesis can load a lot of trains very fast. This should be able to do the same. On the day we went, the operations weren't great. But top 4 ride as it is, you know, cracking roller coaster. Make sure you get on it if you can. So, top 3. Saw. And the thing with Thorpe Park, it's all very horror and movie experience. It's a true theme park in that respect. I'm not so keen on all the horror stuff myself, but you know, obviously people like that, that's why they do these rides. So Saw the ride, world's first horror movie roller coaster, as you experience a beyond vertical drop of 100 degrees from a height of 100 foot. You must be able to walk unaided for 25 metres to ride, and that's because obviously you're going through a system to get to the ride, onto the ride, so not easy for disabled people. But if you can, you're laughing because it is good. There's twists and turns, very similar to Smiler at Alton Towers. The lift out and the first drop is really good. In fact, as soon as you come out of the station, there's an inversion straight out of the station that takes you by surprise because you think that's the first part, and then you have the lift out and the 100-foot drop. Brilliant, awesome ride, well worthy of a top 3. So, number 2, similar to Rita at Alton Towers and the likes of Red Force at Ferrariland, Stealth, one of Europe's fastest roller coasters. Prepared to be propelled from 0 to 80 miles per hour to 205 feet in 2 seconds and experience the same brake horsepower of 2 Formula 1 cars. And having been on Red Force at Ferrariland, which is faster and higher than this, this is a worthy British version. Got some real strength in the acceleration from takeoff. You go over the top, fantastic views of the park if you can keep your eyes open, and you know, well worth going on, and a worthy number 2 at the park. In fact, one of Britain's best, if we're being honest. So next ride, number 1, and it has to be the awesome themed Swarm, the Britain's first winged coaster. Reminds me of the trains at Furious Baco at Portaventura. Great theming throughout the site. The queue line's a bit of a cattle pen, but aren't they all? But yeah, the near misses, the inversions, you know, you feel very safe on the ride. The throughput's fantastic, and the ride itself, one of the best in this country. And I can't wait to do it. I'll do a top 10 soon, because I think there's you know, a need to do a top 10 to let people know what my top 10 rides are in the UK. But as it is, fantastic. And Thorpe Park has so much quality in one park that if you've never been, you've got to go and try it. Anyway, that's my top 10. Would yours be different? If it is, please comment below, and if you can, please subscribe and press the little bell. You know, I'd love to have more people commenting, just to see what other people think, you know, whether they agree. Most likely you'll disagree, but we all have our own, what we like as a roller coaster and the ride. And on that day, if the ride's not working as good as it usually is and something else is working brilliant, you know, that makes a difference. Thanks for watching. See you soon.